Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology.
Hello, I am Dr. Joshila Grace, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology. So, in this PPT, we are going to see about thread priorities, how to implement priorities in threads using Java. So, why do we go in for priorities? Whenever we talk about threads, we will be implementing the program in multi-threading. That is, multiple threads, multiple processes run simultaneously. So, whenever we have multiple threads or multiple processes running simultaneously, we might have some process to be prioritized. So, it is going to have a higher priority which is going to be executed first. So, that would be our aim. So, how to implement these priorities in our program? For that, we have specialized functions, specialized keywords, so that we will be seeing here. So, here if you see, we have three things given here. By default, inside our Java software, we have min underscore priority. This is the lowest priority we can assign for a particular thread, which is 0. Norm underscore priority. This is a middle level, median level priority which has been given, that is 5. Max underscore priority, which is the highest priority we can give for a particular thread, which is 10. We can give the values in numbers, or we can also use these types of predefined priorities values that is being given in our software. So, we will see how we will be implement these thread priorities in our program. So, this particular program explains about setting the priority using extends thread properties. That is, we have a base class thread. So, this particular program executes by creating a thread using extends thread, and we are going to implement priority here. So, this particular program has 3 threads being created, that is multi1, multi2, multi3. Inside each and every class, we have public void run. We are going to extend the particular multi1 to thread, that is the base class thread. So, multi1, multi2, multi3 becomes the derived class of the predefined class called thread. Inside we have public void run, which is mandatory. Whenever we work with threads, we will be having public void run in each and every class. Inside this run, we are just going to put, we can put any code inside. We have just put, for our understanding, a for loop which runs from 0 to 9, and it is going to print th1 0 to 9, similarly th2 0 to 9, th3 0 to 9. So, this is our aim of the program. We will be starting execution only from our main function. So, inside our main function, we will be having 3 objects being created. Since our class is going to be acting as a derived class for thread, it is enough if I create an object for my own class, and I will be using the properties of all the predefined class thread. So, for my own class, that is multi1, multi2, multi3, I have created the object as m1, m2 and m3. Using this object, I will be able to use the priority being setted for each and every thread. If you see here, we have given m1.setPriority. SetPriority is the function name which is being given in order to set the priority for a particular thread. So, for which thread we have set priority is m1. For m1 thread, we are setting the priority as thread dot. Thread is nothing but the class name dot min underscore priority. Min underscore priority means the priority is 0. We don't have any priority given for the first thread. Then m2, the second thread, m2 dot set priority. We are going to set the priority for the second thread as thread dot max priority. So, we are giving the maximum priority for the thread 2. Then followed by m1, m2 and m3, I am going to give the start keyword so that the run function gets executed. Simultaneously, all the functions get executed, all the threads gets executed, but the priority is being given for second thread. So, second thread will be executed first, then followed by the rest of the threads. So, this is when you execute, you can find out that the second thread gets all the execution done, completed before completing all other threads, but all other threads will also be starting for runnable state. So, this is one more program which is going to explain about setting priority by using a thread which is created using implements runnable. So, here if you see, we have created 3 threads here, multi1, multi2, multi3. So, these 3 threads implements runnable. We are going to create the thread by using implements runnable interface. So, inside this, I have given public void run. Every time whenever we work with threads, we will be having this function called public void run. inside the run function only we will be giving what has to be run for as threads. So here to make it as simple, I have given the same code here where it is going to work with the for statement which starts from 0 to 9. So each time it is going to print th1 0 to 9, similar th2 0 to 9, th3 0 to 9. So here we will see how to set the priority. When we move on to the main function, inside the main function, since we are using implements runnable interface, we will be having 6 objects being created. What are the 6 objects? 3 objects we create for our own class and 3 objects we have created for the predefined class thread. So for our own class like multi1, multi2, multi3, I have created m1, m2 and m3. 3 objects I have created. Then followed by, for the predefined class thread, I am creating 3 objects as t1, t2 and t3. So if you see here, I am passing whatever the object I have created for my own class as parameter here. So m1 is passed as parameter, m2 is passed as parameter, m3 is passed as parameter. So this is how you will create a thread using implements runnable. Then followed by, I am going to set the priority. Since I have 6 objects here, you should not get confused how to create thread, which object I have to use for setting the priority. Every time your set priority is a function which is present inside your thread class. It is present inside your thread class. So whenever it is going to be present inside your thread class, you should create an object for thread class. Using that object, you will be able to use the properties of threads. So I am creating an object for thread class as t1, t2 and t3. So using that, I am giving the priority here. t1 dot set priority. For the first thread, I am setting the priority as thread dot min priority. So we have to keep it in mind. This is a predefined set of constant being given. So min priority should be min uppercase underscore priority uppercase. So every time it has to be given only like this. Followed by, for the second thread, I am giving the priority as thread dot max priority. Max uppercase underscore priority uppercase. So with that, I am setting the priority. How will I start running is t1 dot start, t2 dot start, t3 dot start. So this will be start running the program. So each and every for statement which is coming under your run will be started. But the max priority is given for the second thread. So second thread will complete all its activity before all other threads completes. So that is how we are giving the priority for the second thread. So but all the 3 threads keep on running, but since we have given the max priority as second thread will complete the operation before all other threads completes. So with this we have completed setting the priority for a runnable interface. Thank you.